Lasermate, eject, operation, channel intro.
Hello fellow YouTubers, WfC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old, and today I'm taking a look at Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe Class Warpath. The last Wave 1 figure I wanted to get, spent a long time debating if I wanted to get him, but now that I have him, I mean I've always taken him out of the box already, I really like him. So for the packaging, really cool, as usual. I love this artwork here. You got him right here in robot mode, there's the arc up there. There he is in tank mode. There's the side of the box. Transforms in 26 steps. There he is right there in robot and tank mode. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review. And man, my biggest regret with this figure is just that I waited so long to get him. That and I am a victim of a design error with him, but I'll get into that when we go to robot mode. So here we have his tank mode, and boy, is this tank mode good. I think I've already said before, there really needs to be more Autobots that turn into tanks. Because, I mean, come on. You know, a lot of the Decepticons love their heavy firepower, so the Autobots should do that. Here's his Autobot symbol right there. The red is a little mismatched, and that's just due to the fact that this is molded in this color, whereas this is painted. So, that's pretty cool. I like that it's painted, but I do wish, you know, it matched a little bit better. Turret can do a full 360. It's got a good bit of tightness to it. Goes up and that's about it. It just goes up and straight ahead. And yes, I mean, everybody did this, so I might as well. Here he is with his head poking out. Got nice white treads. Actually rolls decently for a tank. So, very nice. You can go up against Megatron, who also turns into a tank. As sad as it is, I think Megatron would beat the scrap out of Warpath, but you know, Warpath's he is a tough little bot. But if he can't, he always has Impactor to help him, another Autobot tank. So that's cool. And then of course here he is with Hoist. Wanted to put these two together because they traveled back in time in one episode of G1 to the medieval era. So that's cool. So I think that about does it for the tank mode. I really love it. It's very nice. Aside from the mismatched plastic colors, I can't really think of too much to complain about. So now for his transformation. And transformation was one of the things that turned me off of this guy initially because it really looked like an annoying transformation. It's actually not that bad. It's just more intuitive than what you would expect from a deluxe. So begin, you pull this part off, and that's to hold this front part together, which once you take it off, it doesn't exactly come undone. At least mine doesn't. That's something that's probably going to vary though. But still, you definitely want it to fill in this front section here. So, to begin, I found the best thing to do is to just kind of pull this part out and angle it a little bit. And do the same on this side. And go ahead and pull this out. Pull his head out. You come here, push this section up in, fold it down, pull this section up, and it kind of locks into place somehow. I'm not completely sure how, but it does. Then you pull this section out, pull this down, fold it in, pull this out to the side. And then this just kind of wraps around his leg, which is really ingenious. So do the same on this side. Make sure you pull this all the way out so you get the clearance to pull this down. And you just fold this and it just kind of taps into place. Then you pull this out, fold the treads down, really collapse them. Then you take this and you push it down, push it in, and then you have to push it all the way down, and that kind of locks it in place, keeps it from falling out. So if you lift this up a little bit, it's going to fall out. And I think I've seen some people complaining about that it comes out. You just got to make sure you push it all the way down, and you're going to hear kind of a little click. So there is basically Warpath in his robot mode. Now, depending how long you've been a fan of this channel, you might have seen my video where I was covering the early Kingdom reveals, and I said I really did not like Warpath at one time, but later I ended up really liking him, and he is honestly one of my favorite characters from G1. One of my favorite Autobots, like possibly in the top 10, which is a video I may or may not do someday. And this figure captures that look almost perfectly. I mean, seriously, visually, I can't find much to complain about. Now, here's the design error I was talking about. Whoever designed this forgot to put a pin in the elbow. The right one. So that really sucks, and I might need to fix that. Might need to put my own pin in there. But still, other than that, I'm super happy with how he looks. Okay, yeah, the product number. That bugs me a little bit, but it's still not as bad as with Trax, where they just flat out stuck it on his shin. But just all the way around. Really good looking. I really like the head sculpt. The black eyes kind of bug me. I don't know what the deal is with that. That might have been some sort of canceled light piping or something they changed their mind about later. But usually you can see it on the back if they were planning to do that. So that's kind of odd. But other than that, it's the spitting image of his cartoon head sculpt. Got the turret, that's his chest. Got tank treads for his feet. He doesn't come with any weapons, unless you want to count this as weapon, but he doesn't need to. Again, his chest is his weapon. So you can really just put this anywhere. I put it on his left shoulder, because I mean, it doesn't look too bad. So comparison, here he is with Hoist. So again, they can travel back in time to the medieval era. So as you can see, Warpath is not a super tall deluxe, but he's not as short as Cliff Jumper, that's for sure. He's more like a little bit shorter than average. I mean, Hoist is a good bit taller than him, but that's just because Hoist is actually a little bit taller than a lot of deluxes. Now for his articulation, head is on a ball joint. He gets him up, he gets him down, so that's pretty good. You get a little bit of tilting. You can do a full 360. Shoulders, when they don't have this thing on them, can do a full 360. You do get a kind of elbow rotation. And elbow bend right here, which can go pretty much exactly 90 degrees. You do get a wrist swivel. And you do actually get a waist rotation. And honestly, this flap doesn't really hinder it too much. Legs can kick forward that far. And if you lift this flap up and kind of get give it some clearance, you can kick back that far. You get a thigh rotation. They can go out to the side that far. So, I mean, that's pretty good. Knee bends, that's a little bit limited, unless you want to go so far as to kind of partially transform him. then you can get not much more, actually. I forgot that doesn't really work. And then, of course, you get ankle tilts. So aside from the knees being a little bit limited, articulation is pretty much as good as what I would expect from a War for Cybertron figure. So, not really going to have much of a problem getting him into some cool poses. And of course, you still can pull this turret out if you want to. So, in all honesty, I think that covers him. So, I'll go ahead and stick him on my Autobot display. Alright, so there's Warpath with my G1 Autobots. And like I said, he's just a little bit shorter than your average Deluxe. So, really good figure. Like I said, I regret waiting so long to get him, but now that I have him, I'm super happy. Tank mode looks amazing, aside from maybe the color mismatching. It rolls better than it honestly has any right to. Transformation, like I said, I thought it was going to be agony, but it really isn't. It's just very more involved than I would expect. And robot mode looks superb. Again, there is some color mismatching in robot mode also, but it doesn't look too bad. And unfortunately, of course, I am a victim of a design error, but it doesn't really ruin the figure. So overall, I'm very happy with him. And last I checked, this guy is like still about the retail price on Amazon. So if you skipped him like I did, get him. He's awesome. I really like him. So that's my review for Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe Class Warpath. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.